You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 401, recorded April 2021, posted June 2023. Lawful good, but not nice.
Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. It's me, Tony Sindelar, he, him, his, a dungeon master, here to lead our adventurers on their continued exploration of the Candlekeep Mysteries adventure, The Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces, because guess what? They're already trapped inside an extra-dimensional space. The Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces, it's the name of the adventure, it's the name of a book they found in the adventure, and it's the name of the experience they're having as they are stuck in the extra-dimensional space. They are required to be experiencing joy. It is the law. Allow me to introduce our adventurers in the initiative order they will be moving about in. First up, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hello, I am playing Lapis, the Tabaxi cleric, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Next up, it's Tiff Arment. Hi, Tiff.
Hi, I'm playing a he/him rock gnome druid named Paulie Quartz.
Excellent.
He's here to talk to you all day.
Next up, it's Kathy Campbell. Hi, Kathy.
Hello, I am here to play Hermione, a centaur fighter.
Love it. Also joining us, Monty Ashley.
Hi, I'm playing Townley, a warlock with magic eyes who can see things he could not see before.
Oh, I was going to say those are just normal eyes. My eyes do that too. And last, probably not least, it's James Thompson.
I'm playing noted author Martel Mainsplain. He has a glorious mane, which you suspect involves hair extensions.
I appreciate that both James and Kathy are playing types of creatures that I had never heard of before. So way to really use the full range of the. These are not in the first edition of the Player's Handbook. Yeah. So what has happened? Well, you've traveled.
Never heard of a centaur?
I didn't know they were a player.
Or a lion? Did you know?
He's not a lion. He's a walking, talking lion.
I'm a humanoid lion, and I think that makes me a lionoid.
I didn't know
Most lions walk.
And they talk with words. It's not English.
Thanks, Monty. Sorry, a bipedal lion. Are you happy?
There we go. Yes. For
Very.
now.
Or as James would say, bipedal. So I don't know how people talk there. I'm just making fun of him now. That's what he does for his
I've earned it.
Yep, that's right. So, what has been happening? You have journeyed to the library of Candlekeep. You are in search of a sage known as Matrius. You want him to help you with a drought/curse on your town. He seems to have gotten stuck in some kind of extra-dimensional pocket mansion. You helped him get out of that, though something seems to have gone somewhat strange, and you are now trapped there yourself. I believe your goal at this point is to escape from this extra-dimensional space, find out what happened to Matrius, and then hopefully get him to fix your town. That sound right?
Sure.
All right. You find yourself...
Sure.
Okay. You're in the foyer of the this mansion. This is a magical mansion that seems to exist outside of time and space that is easily accessed via a secret command word in the side of a library office wall. You knew those command word to get in, which was scepter. You are in search of the word or command, probably a command word or key to get out of this magical mansion. Otherwise, you'll be trapped here for all eternity. So just to give you the lay of the land, you're in the foyer. There's a long hallway that goes east to west. There are many doors off of the hallway. Some of them you notice are ajar, possibly from Matrius exploring or from other creatures coming and going. There's also a set of stairs, more or less across the hallway from where you are, leading up. I will just count doors for you here. There are 5 doors on the north side of this hallway. There's a door at the east end and a door at the west end. There are no doors along the south side of the hallway. Does that line up with what you all see on the map? and to orient
Yes.
our listeners who might not be looking at a visual.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we
All
should
right.
check out the one room that he's been in because we know it's
All
not
right.
full of death.
In order to keep you moving and not arguing about what you will do, I have put you in initiative order. This is not combat, but this is basically like you get a turn. So the order will be the order I introduced you in. So Lapis, Polly, Hermione, Townley, and Martell last. So Lapis, take us away. This is not combat, so you're not limited to like 6 seconds, but try and think of your turn as, in the 10 to 30 seconds kind of range.
So he said that he had only been in the room directly in front of us, right? Behind where he was standing. Okay, so I think it makes sense to explore that first. So I'd like to go in there.
Let me describe this room for you. The door to this room was left ajar, Lapis, and so you poke your head in there and step inside. This room appears to be some kind of study or small library. The entire far wall of the room is a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables. There's several paintings on the wall. A fluffy black cat is curled up on one of the chairs. It kind of stretches and peeks its head out to look at you as you come in. I will let you do one kind of thing in this room. That could be a check or some kind of skill check, or asking me for some kind of information. So
Okay.
Do a thing.
I would like to examine the book titles, just kind of like, do I get a sense that there's a theme to this room, or?
Yeah. Give me a quick perception check.
Ooh, that's a crit for 25.
All right, you are studying them, and it seems pretty clear to you right away. All of the books in this room were written by someone named Fistandia.
Okay.
There's a collection of things. Most of them are kind of memoirs. There seems to be a lot of them. Seems to be a lot of volumes. But you were reading about it, and we'll just say you flip open one of them. Fistandia seems to describe herself as a powerful mage and a priest of Mystra. And there's all kinds of, basically, just her memoirs about all the great adventures that she has been on and important magical research that she has discovered and whatnot.
Okay.
I'm going to say that was Lapis's turn. Paulie, you're next.
Hey, I'm taken a little aback by this cat.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to talk to the cat, but I don't speak cat. So
Do you want to roll animal handling?
Well, we do have like 2 cats here, so I'm assuming they could probably speak with the cat much more proficiently than I can.
Slightly offensive generalization.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
I'm a little offensive, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
All right.
I'm a little old school, as they say.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna roll the animal handling to see. Go. Pss, 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 pss. Come here, kitty. 11.
It seems to be enough. You have befriended the cat. The cat's rubbing its head on your leg and seems to be kind of following you around the room and the hallway as you're hanging out in there. The cat seems to be a fan of you.
All right. Hey, kitty, you're cute. Very soft. As
Cat
I'm
seems
petting,
to appreciate this.
as I'm petting the cat, I inspect to see if it has a collar or anything.
It does not.
This cat does not have a collar. That is very irresponsible.
All right. Hermione.
She is going to, we're just going to open this door right here.
All right, you head down the hallway. You are headed west, and there's a door that is closed, and you are going to pop open that door. I like this. None of this searching for traps,
Nope.
listening at doors. We just open doors here in this
Yeah.
group that will die quickly. All right, the area beyond. This seems to be some kind of like, almost like a small gymnasium or exercise room.
Yes!
Dungeons and Dragons style. The room contains a battered wooden mannequin and a weapons rack holding staves and daggers. It's lit by kind of an indigo tinted light streaming in through the window on the far side of the room. The floor is stained and scorched, and at the far end of the room, there's a broom hovering in the air, kind of moving back and forth, sweeping. Hermione, would you like to do anything in this room?
I would like to pick up a stave and start going through some of my workout routine with my
All right.
staff.
Roll athletics.
I rolled a 4. So
It's not your best work.
No. I got a 9.
Nobody
You're
saw,
following
so it's
along.
okay.
There are some diagrams on the wall, and it looks like this was like perhaps someone had a training routine there, but it seems like the stick figure has kind of a wizard look to them, and you're like, this is just not.
This does not
you know.
work for my forelegs.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah, you need that. You need one of those workouts with sure, it's got a wizard in the middle and the front, but it needs like a centaur on the
Right.
left and like a bull holder floating on the right side of the workout, so you can decide which coach you follow along with. Yeah.
Yes. I am
All right.
waiting for that fitness plus option.
Mm-hmm. Townley.
Ooh, stairs up, you say?
All right, you're going to head right up the stairs. I love it.
Yeah.
Splitting the party. Townley, the map for the upstairs is slightly above you if you scroll up, and I've just revealed it. So you head up the stairs. The landing at the top of the stairs is occupied by a suit of armor holding a long sword pointed down. It's sitting on a wooden stand. There's a large window kind of behind it with eerie indigo light pouring through it. Just giving a cursory look at this landing, you see a door to the east, door to the west. There is also like a hatch that looks like it probably leads to like an attic above the suit of armor. So there are a variety of places you could go from here. Do you want to do anything in the landing or go somewhere else?
I would like to open that latch with Mage Hand.
All right. You open the hatch. A generous quantity of dust floats down from the hatch. It looks dark and kind of dirty up above. You can see how low the ceiling is just from where you are. Martell, you are standing all alone in the foyer as your friends have run off.
Since nobody's done it, I am going to come in and I'm going to pet the cat.
Okay.
I've been petting this cat.
Yeah.
The
Polly
cat's
has
been rubbing against your legs. You haven't shown it any affection.
Well, we can argue about who is better at cats. Roll animal handling.
I'm literally a cat.
Fine. You know what? You have advantage on animal handling in cat-based situations.
Okay.
That's rude.
Well, I rolled.
That's fine, but when a monkey shows up, I better get advantage.
Yeah, fair enough.
I rolled an 18.
All right, you are great at cats. You really, you really show Polly how to properly befriend a cat.
I mean, really, it should have been better than that. I mean,
the cat is now friends with both of you and is kind of wandering back and forth between the two of you in this little study. Martell, do you want to do anything else?
Yeah, and having done that, I'm going to leave and I'm going to wander down to the end of this corridor and open this door.
All right, I will describe that room to you, but that'll be the end of your turn. This room seems to be a library, which is similar to a study, but more. Tall shelves filled with books line walls of this room. 2 more shelves run through the middle of the room. With a 10-foot aisle between them. Several stacks of books are piled high throughout the room. There's a small reading desk with cozy scarlet chairs in the corner. This place is quite cluttered. Let's go back around to Lapis. Lapis, you are in the study currently.
Yeah, I want to pull out some jerky from my pack and offer it to the cat.
I will say, unfortunately, the cat has followed Martell down the hall.
The cat followed Martell. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to examine the paintings on the walls.
All right. I think you could just do that. There are 3 paintings hanging on the wall. A landscape scene with a large green dragon emerging from a grove of pine trees. A second painting of a Pegasus in flight. And a third painting, it's a portrait of a unicorn in a wooded glade. Seems kind of soothing.
All right, I will go out of this room, and so I will go out of the room, take a left, and go to the first door on the left and open it.
Okay. You want to open that? I'll open that room, and I'll let you do so. You haven't rolled a die or anything, so you can do a check on that room.
Okay.
So this room appears to be a kitchen. The door was slightly ajar, and as you look in here, you push the door open further. The aroma of cooking kind of wafts out at you. There's a large iron stove. There's some tables that people are that set up for prep work. There's a rack with hanging pots and pans, cooking utensils. Everything is sparkling clean. This room is not empty, however. In the corner, there's several cats eating from dishes, and perhaps more prominently catching your attention, there are two small kind of clay-looking humanoid creatures moving around. They've got flapping wings that they use to navigate, and one flaps over in your direction. It's probably about 3.5 feet tall, and it bows low in front of you and says, "Welcome to the kitchen. How can I be of help to you, honored guest?"
Thank you. I'm just looking around. I just arrived in this lovely home and was just trying to get the lay of the land. What can you tell me about this place?
Honored guest, I am Coriander, servant to Festandia. This is the kitchen, which is my domain. Can I do anything to help? I would be honored to serve you. Perhaps you need something cleaned or mended? Perhaps, you creatures enjoy food? Would you like some food?
I do have some companions, and they were asking about meatball sandwiches. Do you have any of those?
Meatball sandwiches. The
Yes.
other clay-like creature and him exchange a look that could only be expressed as concerned, and there is a flurry as they try and undertake your task. It may take them a little while.
I mean, the description's right in the name, so I can't figure that out.
I mean,
I
gonna
think,
be
but you know,
like a
but it takes a while to make
melon-balled
meatball.
thing of steak.
I'm just worried for the cats in that kitchen.
Polly, you are by yourself in the study. The cat has left. It's just you and some armchairs and some books. Anything you want to do here?
I smell. I start smelling something, and I follow my nose down the hallway, and I also go into the kitchen, and I say, "Whoa, hey!"
Indeed you do.
Yes.
As described earlier. Hey is for horses. There are two strange kind of clay, sort of humanoid, sort of bat-like creatures scurrying about the kitchen. You know, just from a cursory look, one of them seems to be trying to prepare some kind of it looks like they're doing something with ground meat that they're shaping into little spheres for baking. The other one appears to be kneading dough.
It smells great in here. What are you making?
Thank you. The other clay bat-like creature flaps over to you, bows low, and says, "My name is Cuban. Welcome to the kitchen. How may I serve you?"
Did you say Cuban or cumin?
Cuban.
Oh, great. Yeah. Can I put in an order for one of those? What you making? Looks like some balls of meat.
We are making meatball sandwiches.
Yeah, I'll take one of those things.
It'll be a little bit of time, but we will get it to you right away.
Great. Also, hey, can you tell me a little about this place?
Welcome to the mansion of Festandia. Mistress Festandia seems to have stepped out. I haven't seen her in a little bit, but if we can do anything to make your time here pleasant, please let us know.
So, you haven't seen her in a little bit. How much is a little bit?
I'm not sure.
You can't tell time? You have no clocks? What's up?
My understanding is that my perception of time is different than that of most humanoids.
Oh, okay.
We're mainly limited to the area of the kitchen.
Okay, are there any other humanoid things around here that we might talk to?
It's really. Have you met my my brother Coriander? The other creature that's working on making what looks to be meatballs waves at you.
Hey. I wave back. Yeah, I had Sister Paprika. So, cool names.
All right, Hermione, You are in the exercise room, having attempted an exercise routine. A magic broom moves back and forth, sweeping furiously.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the front door, room, place thing. And I would like to start saying some random words at the door.
All right. There is, in fact, no door there, but
Or
to the wall that you know
the essence
could contain a door.
where
Yes.
we entered the space from.
All right.
Yes.
You're going to say some of your favorite words?
Yes.
How many favorite words are you going to say?
We'll start with 3.
All right. This is Hermione's 3 favorite words.
That start with
Word
S.
number 1.
That might be similar to words that got us in here. So
right,
we're
what
going
do
to
you
say
got? Number 1.
Sword.
Sword? Sword or sword?
Sword.
Nothing
I
happens.
can't say it not like Polly now.
I know. It's interesting.
Hey, I'm infectious.
What is language but a disease?
Sword.
Nothing seems to happen.
All right. Next, we're going
This
with
adventure may take a very long time if you try to guess crack the command word.
All
All right, word 1.
stave.
Or staff.
Or staff.
Does not seem to have any effect.
Okay, and shield.
No effect.
Okay.
All right, 3 words. I don't know if you want to write those down.
Oh, I
That
wrote them
didn't
down.
work.
Don't worry.
All right, thank you. All right,
and cross them off.
Hermione.
Yeah.
I think that is your turn.
Yeah.
Townley, you went up the stairs. Are you peeking into the attic? Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
All right. Now I will tell you, there's a little hatch that you mage-handed open. It might be a little hard to get into that trap door by yourself. Be easy if you had someone to help you, or I'm gonna have you make an athletics check.
Oh, in that case, I will just open this door to the east.
Okay. So the door to the east opens to a tiny little hallway that continues east for a little bit. There is another door at the end of it that's ajar, and there is a door to the south of that. I'll let you keep going. You're going to keep going east?
Yeah.
All right, you push open that door, and this leads to what looks like a bedroom. Good news, there's another cat you can all compete for the attention of. This is an open and airy bedroom. A canopied bed with rich scarlet curtains occupies one corner. There's a chest of drawers with a jug and a wash basin set up on it in the other corner. There's a fluffy black cat napping on a scarlet easy chair. One wall is covered with a large painting of a gold dragon perched heroically. Townley, would you like to do something in this room?
Is this a window or a door or something over here?
There is a door on the east side of this room.
Charging right through, ignoring
All
the
right.
cat.
Ignore the cat and everything else in
Opening
my
doors
great
after
room.
doors after doors.
All right. You open this door. This seems to be an exterior door to the mansion, and you are looking out onto a balcony. There's a kind of nice wrought iron balcony with some slate flagstones, but what really kind of dominates the appearance is that the balcony just looks out to a swirling miasma of purple energy of the vortex of the mansion seems to be built in. It also looks down. It looks like there's
beautiful.
It looks like there is a garden right below you on the lower level of the mansion. The purple miasma is kind of beautiful and eye-catching, but as you stare deeper into it, it's also kind of oppressive and perhaps makes you a little nauseous.
Yes.
Townley, I think that will leave you there. Martell, you are standing at the entryway. You guys have all split up to cover more ground, which is very interesting for an exploration thing. May lead to your downfall when one of you starts dying and everyone else is oblivious to it. Why would I say that? Martell, you had just opened the door to a library on the first floor of the mansion. What would you like to do?
I will step in and I will start to look at the desks that are in the corner of the room and look to see if there are anything notes or interesting things.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay, I rolled a 19.
You are poking around. This seems to be all kinds of books from all different authors that have been collected here. And just even in the first pile, you are finding books on arcana, natural science, religion, astrology, planar travel, as mixed in with volumes of poetry, mythology, and folktales. You know, it is a small but well-curated little library. I will say, what did you roll?
19, I think.
I will tell you, as you're looking around, a book catches your attention. It is not on the shelves. It's not on the on the desk. It is in fact on top of a bookshelf, and you notice it because it looks very similar to the book from The Office that led you here, The Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces. It's got that same black leather gold motif with the picture of Mordenkainen on the cover, and it's perched on top of one of the bookshelves kind of high up.
Oh, I'm going to get that.
All right. You're going to maybe have to climb the bookcase a couple steps to get it. Okay.
I'm 7 foot tall, so, you know.
All right. We'll say you just need one. You can kind of just reach up and get it. You are reaching up to get it when a pile of books attacks you.
My downfall would be books, wouldn't it?
All right, I am going to do this. Here's what's going to happen. You are going to get a surprise attack. This is a swarm of animated books. It's attack. This is real great. I enjoy this. It's attack action. Book club. This is a surprise round. I have rolled a 19 in an attempt to hit you, Martel.
That will hit.
All right. You will get hit for 6 bludgeoning damage. I'm going to have the books roll initiative. I think everybody else should re-roll initiative too. It's unclear to me who will be aware of what's going on or not. I would say, Hermione, you would hear the sound of a scuffle. Other people would need to be alerted. Let me give the books a turn.
Sorry, like a page turn.
I'm glad that you're easily amused. That makes my job easier. Looks like Martel, you will be first.
Well, I'm right up close to these things. I think it's going to be... I don't think I can talk them down. So, unfortunately, I will have to go into combat. I pull out my 2 short swords, and I hack at the cloud of books with one.
All right, let's find out if you are able to hack at a cloud of books.
I roll a 20. So
all right, you definitely hit.
And I do 1d6 plus 2 is 4 damage.
All right.
And I
hack.
Think I can do it again.
All right.
Because I've got another short sword and 2 weapon fighting.
You have 2 weapon fighting? You might not do as much damage with the offhand, perhaps.
Yeah, I think I don't get my modifier bonus thing. I rolled a 7.
All right, that first hit was great. The second hit, you don't manage to the huge swarm of books kind of manages to duck out of your way. Polly, you are oblivious to this. You are in the kitchen. Coriander and Cumin are hard at work. One of them is working on making fresh bread. One of them is baking meatballs and has started making the sauce in a big pot. Anything you'd like to do since you are oblivious to things happening on the other end of the mansion?
Yeah, I would like to go through the door that's across the kitchen.
All right. You peek through there, and it looks like there's a pantry on the north side of the kitchen. Little kind of closet here full of dry goods and things that have. It's all very neatly organized, and yeah. Is there anything else?
Can I find some oregano?
Yeah.
All right, so I find a little bit of oregano, and I go over and I sprinkle that in the pot.
Coriander.
This will make it real good. This is the way my mom taught me how to do it.
Coriander nods approvingly. I appreciate
Excellent.
that. I have no sense of taste.
Sure, high five. And I try and high five him. And on my way, I want to check that other door in the kitchen too. I'm just like, I'm like schmoozing around the kitchen.
As you're checking everything. Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
This door leads to, looks like a little dining room. And in fact, there's a big glass window on the far side of the dining room, so you could just see through that. So this is a dining room, big table, a bunch of chairs sat around it, and then through the kind of full glass, it's almost a wall, floor-to-ceiling window on the far side of it, it looks out onto an arboretum that on the east side of the mansion. So, Lapis, you are also in the kitchen, unaware that there is a fight happening down the hall.
Okay. I want to just offer a word of blessing to the 2 cats that are eating.
Okay.
And just kind of nod to these, I guess, constructs that are so laboriously and kindly making meatball subs, And I feel like Polly and I need to stick together just because, splitting the party or whatever. So I'm going to follow Yeah, I'm going to follow Polly into the dining room and kind of follow him over to the windows and look outside.
Okay. So the cats appreciate the blessing and then go back to eating. These cats seem very focused on eating. You head into the dining room and are also looking out at the arboretum. You can see there's these kind of rows of green plants, and beyond them, a horrible kind of storm of purple and indigo light swirling around in the miasma that is the dimension where this mansion is all located.
Do I recognize the plants at all, or are they just
give me a nature check.
3?
There are plants.
Fancy.
Can I help her out with the nature check since we're both looking out the window?
You do it on your own turn. You suspect Lapis that some of them are flowers.
What?
Hermione, I will tell you, you heard it sounded like somebody knocked over a bookcase full of books and then started stabbing things down the hall from you.
I'm gonna shout, "Hey! That doesn't sound good!" And I'm gonna go.
You're gonna gallop. You must have great speed as a centaur, right?
Oh yeah, awesome speed. I don't know what
I will tell
but
you.
I'm sure it's great.
I assume you were using an outside voice.
Yeah.
Do you think it's safe to assume that any of your adventurers and any horrible beast lurking in the mansion heard you say that?
Yep.
All right.
I'm not the smartest, but loud and fast and strong. So.
All right. You gallop down the hallway. You peek in the door, and you see your associate, Martel Mainsplain, engaged in a sword fight with a flying heap of books.
Lovely. I would like to take my whip out and go after that animated book cloud of whatever.
All right.
17.
Okay, you whip the books, but good.
Fantastic. For 5.
All right, 5 damage. I will tell you, the animated swarm of books looks pretty dog-eared at this point.
Fantastic, because I would like to then take my short sword and also stab at the books.
Okay.
18?
Definitely hits.
For 7.
All right, they are not doing great. Townley, you are standing in the doorway looking out at the balcony and the swirling miasma. You have heard Hermione, her voice kind of faintly from down the stairs saying, "Something doesn't sound good." I forget your exact words, Hermione.
I don't remember what it was either, but that sounds about right.
You have heard that.
All right. Well, then I will start by making a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I will use my action as a dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. You're running down the hallway.
And,
you see Hermione kind of standing on all fours, whipping at something in the library. I think, Townley, you all set?
Yeah.
Swarm of animated books next. The books are going to try and pummel Martel to death because knowledge hurts.
Really does.
Well, I've only rolled a 6 to hit. That doesn't sound very effective.
That will not hit.
All right, and Martel, it is your turn. The books, there's only, at this point, it's really, it's like a small collection of books swirling around. Several books lie on the ground, limply flapping as they've been stabbed and whipped.
I'm going to stab that book that seemed to have a face on its front.
All right.
Its face.
The center book.
And I rolled 22.
That's unnecessarily high, James. Roll damage.
We'll see how much damage I do. 3.
All right. The books are still there. There's only a couple of them left.
Turn.
Oh,
okay.
2-weapon fighting.
Yep. I rolled 15.
That'll hit.
And I get 1d6. And I rolled a 5.
The books clatter to the ground. You have defeated the animated swarm of books. The library is again quiet as you are just standing there, panting as you got attacked by a pile of books. The book that you were interested in is still perched on top of the bookshelf.
Martel is just glad that he wasn't saved by a woman. So,
wow. Wow. Finally going to up our listenership with a certain demographic we've never wanted. Finally.
You told me I had to make a lawful good character. You didn't say I had to make a nice one.
It's true. It's true, Tony.
Listeners,
That
if you
feels-
have not listened to our Gribbets adventures, there's a reason why I made James play a lawful good adventure. James and I basically had an argument about what is chaotic evil versus what is neutral. What was our argument? Whether you were
You said I was evil. I said I
chaotic
was
neutral or chaotic evil. Yeah,
and like I didn't let those orphans burn. Therefore, I'm neutral.
Anyway, tune into the Gribbets adventure to hear people swear and do horrible, horrible things to people who didn't deserve it. But that's a different podcast. Let us just continue with people in this order. We're now out of combat, so your turns can be a little bit longer, a little less worried about things like that. You did hear Hermione call out for help in case you. Which I mean, I guess you should. You know that's happening. Polly, you're in the dining room with Lapis.
All right. Did I hear? I didn't. We didn't hear.
No, you did.
Wait.
You heard Hermione
me.
said something bad is happening.
But that was after our other turn, so we can react to that now?
You can react to
Yes.
that now. Yes.
Okay. So having heard that, I also dash down the hallway as fast as my little legs will carry me, which is 25 speed. So let's see. How many squares is that?
That would be 5. We'll say we're out of combat. You can dash further than that if you want.
Okay. I dash up to Townley and I say, you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no question. I heard it.
Role playing.
We are awesome.
I physically cannot get any fodder on my tongue.
Yeah.
That was
All
my
right.
problem too. Like I ran here and
Yeah.
I stopped and we gotta wait here.
It's like there's
for
a
some
wall
reason.
or something. I don't
I
know,
know.
what this crazy place is.
Lapis.
It's like we can have a long conversation right here, and that's
Right,
fine.
I
but
know it's
I
kind of
can't walk-
ridiculous. I get it. It's crazy. Hey, we're in front of that door. Do you want to try some woods while we're here?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Orb. Is orb the word?
It's not your turn, but also orb is not the word.
All right, we'll check that off the list of all the woods.
As a
in the
free
world.
action, anyone can say three words when they pass this door. Speaking of people who might
Also-
pass by the portal.
Townley, I gotta let you know they're making some subs over in the kitchen if you want to go put in your order.
Oh, nice.
After we find out what's going down with the Hermione down the hall.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna say 3 words though at the door.
Yep.
I'm not gonna let that go.
Yep, do it.
So the open word on the other side was scepter, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna say deceptor.
Nice.
Nothing
Is that
happens.
it? Okay.
Nope.
Unscepter.
Nice.
Nope.
All right, one more. Non-scepter.
Nope.
Nice.
All right, I got nothing else.
I'm gonna be so furious if one of you gets this through. Guess bragging it.
It's gonna be amazing.
I listen, given the current path you're on, extremely unlikely, but still a non-zero chance, which I don't.
We like to surprise you, Tony.
Lapis.
All right, I am going to run out. And how far can I get since it's a longer turn?
I don't. What do you want?
Can I
you
get
want
to
to move
Martel?
past those? Yeah, we'll say that you go past those people.
Yeah.
You have to stop at the
Those
door and
people.
say some
You
words.
gotta say some words.
She shouts some words as she runs past the door.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll shout. One word. Is it a word or is it a phrase?
I don't think he's
Unclear.
gonna tell us.
Usually it's a word.
Phrases
Okay.
are more secure.
Okay,
There's complicated rules written on the thing about whether compound words count or not.
Okay.
What about what if it's a trademark term? What if it's got camel case in the middle?
Yeah, the word has to have a special character, a
Yeah.
number.
It's got to be in the Scrabble
characters,
dictionary.
Yeah.
You know.
No more than 20 letters.
You are my favorite special characters.
So
Really?
I will say open,
that are here.
friend, and magic.
Neither open nor friend nor magic is the word that allows access into that, and we'll say that was your turn.
You
Or you
said
wanna
it's a
keep-
free action.
All right, I don't want to argue about this.
You said, Tony.
Well, you're gonna.
You can keep moving, Lapis. Go, go.
So I'm gonna run down here. I'm gonna bless the cat as I run past, and I am going to stop and say, "WTF happened here?"
Yeah. Martell
Why
is
are there
standing in
pages
the middle
everywhere?
of a pile of murdered books. There is pages still kind of drifting down from the ceiling. Lots of books are lying on the ground. Some of them stabbed and whipped, and lots of binding broken. It's a mess.
This is awful.
Martell, we allow conversations to happen outside of turns, apparently.
I think Martell he's just going to say, because he realized he should have said it as he killed the books. He says, "The sword is mightier than the pen."
Wow, it really loses its impact when you wait a whole round before saying it. Also,
he needed to wait for people to be there to hear him say it.
Yeah. Also, there's no pens, so I think the sword's mightier than the book. It's not doesn't have the same. Yeah. Townley. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I skipped Hermione. Hermione.
Yes. I'm so glad I was here to save you, Martell.
I appreciate the assistance.
Can I help you with anything? I am, after all, 7.5 feet tall. So.
Oh
if
wow,
you
that's half a foot taller than Martell.
Yeah.
He measured in hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tilts his head up and he points to the book and he says, "Well, you could get that book on top of the shelf."
Lovely.
Do you want to do
Doing
that?
I'm 22.5 hands high, just in case
Thank
anyone
you.
was
Thank
wondering. Yeah. Yeah. Glad I could make that clear. I'm gonna reach up and grab the book.
All right, you effortlessly trot into the library, picking your way across the floor, scattered with horrible books that have attacked Martell, and reach up.
I don't think I carefully. I think I would like
you
to
trot forcefully.
Stomp. Yeah.
On top of the bookshelf it's a black leather bound with gold inlay book. You recognize the image of Mordenkainen on the cover as the same book that was left back in the office, and you fetch it down. But on the spine of this book, where the other book had the title, The Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces, this book has a single letter in large gold embossed typeface, and this book has the letter R on its spine. Hermione, make note of that in your inventory. Townley!
I'm going back upstairs.
Okay. Feel free to move a bunch if you want.
Opening this door.
All right, you head up to the top of the stairs. You feel like you explored part of the area to the east. You're heading west this time. You pop open this door. This looks into what I would describe as a laboratory, or laboratory, as James Thompson would say.
Would I?
Yeah, in a vampire voice, right? Laboratory. That is my authentic Scottish accent.
I appreciate that.
All those famous Scottish vampires.
Yeah. Townley, looking into this room, just from what you can see here at the doorway, most of this room is taken up with long wooden tables covered with glass vessels and books. Cabinets with glass doors line the walls, containing all kinds of manner of natural sciences specimens. Just below the ceiling in the middle of the room, colorful globes circle each other in an intricate dance. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map of the night sky with a golden sunburst in the center above a closed door on the western wall. I'll let you make some kind of check or do something in this room.
You said there were books. I'd like to look at those books.
Okay. Are you doing something in particular or just observing the books?
Seeing what books there are.
All right, give me a
See if
perception
there's any
check.
cool books. 11.
You are poking around. There's a couple books mixed in with kind of the laboratory equipment on the benches, and you find a book that catches your eye. It also looks very similar to Mordenkainen's Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces. Got his weird, stern-looking face on the cover, but where the title of the book would be written on the spine, there is a large letter T on the spine.
T.
It was in the middle of the room.
Got it.
Swarm of Animated Books would be next, but it's dead. Martel, you're in the library.
Martel was just researching Scottish vampires, but he's going to get back to you on
that.
Yep. So we have a letter R on the side of this book. I have a suspicion that we're going to need to find more books with letters on them.
You're so smart.
Yes.
I've only found coloring books.
Well, apart from being half dead, which might be a problem, I am going to go to this door here in the side of the library and open it.
All right.
You're also half alive.
Yeah, look at it that way. Wait, thanks, Townley the Optimist. Did you all bring anyone that does any healing with you? That would have been a great conversation to have had earlier.
I've got some healing words.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know.
You don't know me.
Can you bring some of those in a meatball sub?
Yeah. I'm
That's
very
always
excited
the best medicine.
I'm very excited to find out what Polly's
what words?
What words are the healing words?
It's probably get better in an accent.
Heal. I'm healing here.
Bangu.
So, Martel, you are looking out to the west side of the mansion. There is a patio here. It's a semicircular patio, gray flagstones. There is the patio furniture here for people to recline and looking out at the indigo swirling miasma that surrounds the mansion. Again, looking at it makes you feel kind of queasy.
I'm going to have a little investigation to see if there's any more books that somebody's borrowed.
Give me a quick investigation or perception check.
I'll give you a perception because I'm better at it. That is a 17.
It does not look like there is any reading material out here on the patio.
That's a waste of a patio.
Well, Polly, you are in the middle of the hallway by the doors. You have been abandoned by the people that were hanging out there before.
All right, I'm going to make my way further down the hallway. To the library with everyone else. Because I feel like that's what I would do. I pet the cat on the way, and I say, hey, little fur ball. And
cat loves you?
Yeah, I know. Who doesn't? And I go inside. I notice Martel over there. He doesn't look so good. And so I was like, hey, lion boy, you don't look so good.
You're very perceptive, little man.
I try. I mean, my perception, it's not super high, but it's okay. Do you want some help?
No, I'm good.
Oh, didn't expect that. Okay. If you're hungry, they're making subs in the kitchen. Just came to tell you that. I look around the library, and I see that it's kind of a mess in here. And can I leave and then go into the other room?
Sure.
Okay.
What other room is into the?
I'm in the gym.
All right. You look around. The gym is as described before. There's racks of weapons. There's diagrams of kind of fighting styles and fitness routines, and there is a magic broom continuing to animate back and forth, sweeping the gym eternally. You want to do anything in there?
It doesn't look like there's. Can I peek through this door?
Sorry, which door? That is a window.
At the top?
That's a
Can I
window.
peek through the window?
You peek through the window. It looks out to a swirling purple miasma. Makes you a little queasy.
Ugh, don't feel so good.
Yep. Lapis, you were in the hallway outside the library, I think?
Yep. All right, I'm going to say I don't think we should get too far apart. I think we should stay fairly close together. I mean,
you say to the empty hallway that none of your friends are in anymore.
there's the doorway right there.
Yeah,
They politely closing the door
you,
behind them.
You yell to your friends who are scattering actively.
I mean, we're using friends loosely here. I don't.
To your acquaintances, coworkers.
Yeah, like Martell and I might need to have words at some point. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna walk to. I guess I'm just gonna let them know where I am. So I'm gonna say I don't think we should split up too much, but I am going to head up the stairs. And I'll go to like the top of the stairs.
Okay. Do you want to go anywhere from there?
No, I want to be able to hear
people getting murdered.
Basically, yeah. I just want to stand here and listen to them die.
All right. Hermione, you are in the library. You have just picked up a book. What would you like to do next?
That book is now in my saddlebags.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to follow along the hallway, shouting some words at the door. Those words are going to be rest, tour, and rot.
I noticed that you have a method to your madness now. Would you like to explain to the rest of everybody else what you're doing?
I randomly had the idea of also using the letter T in the words that I put together.
You haven't seen a book with T, but you might have heard a story about
but
that.
I just was like, these sound like good words to attempt.
All right.
Randomly.
Where are you headed next?
Up the stairs.
All right. Let's go to... Do you want to stay there or you want to keep going?
Can I keep going?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to go to this door and open it.
And look in there?
Yep.
All right. You head east. There's one more door on the east side of the second floor of the mansion that hasn't been investigated yet. And you peek into that room. That room seems to be... The adventure describes it as a trophy room. I would call it a parlor. Each corner of this pleasant parlor has a scarlet armchair and reading tables piled high with books. A cheery fire burns in the fireplace. A pair of swords sits in racks above the fireplace. The heads of various animals are mounted on the walls.
Can I investigate or not my turn?
Yeah, roll me it. What do you want to investigate?
I want to
perception.
see if there are any books that are matching the ones in my saddlebags.
Yep, give me a quick investigation check for that.
17.
You notice, just standing in the doorway, you notice perched on one of the little side tables by one of the little armchairs, there is a book. You notice it looks very similar to the book that you have, except that it has a large letter Y on the spine instead of an R or a T. Let us go to Townley. You are in the laboratory, or laboratory.
I would like to flip through this book I'm holding that has T on the title. Just quickly, does it have notes in it? And if it does, is there an equivalent to like the spot in the other book that had scepter?
You flip over to the book, and the book it's just blank. There's nothing in it.
That's weird.
It is like somebody has just bound together blank paper.
Weird. In that case, I'd like to walk over here and open this door.
All right.
Was...
I'm just gonna describe this. Well, let's see. I can make it visible to you too. You cast open this door, and this is the area beyond. I use the word area because it's very strange, Townley. The space beyond here, it's like the door just opens kind of into a darkness. You can see the starry night sky above you. There's kind of a green, wet, spongy like field in front of you. The horizon is just visible off to the east and to the west, north, and south. There's several telescopes on little platforms built into the top of the hill here. And there's also perhaps the last thing that catches your eye. There's kind of a crystal ball or an orb affixed to a bronze pedestal at the top of the hill. But it's like you're just like like the doorway just opens onto a hilltop. It's very strange. And the sky here appears to just be a twinkling night sky, not any of that horrible purple miasma that you saw before.
Cool. What's with this crystal ball?
You approach the orb. What would you like to do to it?
I like to put my hands on it and look into it and just really, get its vibe.
Yeah, all right. Roll orb vibe. That can just be intelligence unless you have something better.
What would the modification be on that?
Well, I rolled pretty well, actually. 20.
All right, you are like just vibing this orb. It is firmly fixed to the pedestal and does not move or rotate in any way. You get the sense there is a little bit of magical energy here, but it's almost like, I'm going to say you rolled 20. This is a thing that perhaps energy would be focused into more than it would be drawn out from it. And as you stare into the orb does not stare back into you. It's really just an orb. You kind of see your reflection in it a bunch. It does not move. It does not hurt you. What true evil lurks within this orb? What of the 9 hells will Townley no doubt suffer in for daring to touch this? An orb atop a magic hillside, atop of second floor of a magic mansion stuck in an extra dimensional space. And what about Polly? How much will Polly suffer and pay for his very existence? For answers to questions such as these. Tune in next time to Total Party Kill.